Well, I have to say that big coil made some really big finds. Well, welcome back to Finding America. It is so nice to see you here. Well, I was finally able to get back out there and do some metal detecting, and this episode consists of two separate hunts. The first one you're about to see takes place on a brand new permission. A permission that consists of 70 acres that I suspected had seen some action during the Civil War. Well, right off the bat, my suspicions were definitely confirmed, and I ended up having a great hunt there. As a matter of fact, this entire episode is filled with finds that just stunned me when I saw them come out of the ground. I really can't wait to share them all with you, so let's go, and I really hope you enjoy watching this one. Well, I am up and out here bright and early. I rolled in a little after 7 and right at sunrise. Now this is a brand new permission. It's got about 60 to 80 acres. I didn't add it all up yet, but it is a heck of a big expanse. And yeah, they just cut the grass too, so it worked out really well. Now, I know there's Civil War activity in this area and possibly even pre-Civil War. But I tell you what, my very first good target was a 56, and I dug down. And I don't know, this could be a curse or this could be a sign of things to come. Hopefully it's not the one and done curse, but 56, not very deep at all, about 5 inches. And check it out, I have a fired 3-ringer right off the bat. Look at that in the early morning sunlight. That'll get you started in the morning, I'll tell you that. Big old piece of Civil War lead fired. That's excellent. So very cool. And kind of on the high ground up here. I was just hunting down the slope. And there it is. I am so psyched. That is so cool. Hopefully there's more here. But that's a heck of a good sign. I've been digging a little bit of trash, a little bit of miscellaneous iron, and I got a really nice larger iron signal here, so I dug down and this is what popped out. It's definitely could be period. It's definitely hand forged, and honestly it kind of looks like a leg or a foot to a griddle, possibly, or a cooking pot. Not quite sure. It seems to be finished on the bottom here, and it does taper down like a leg would on a cast iron cooking pot or something like that. So very cool, and definitely very old. So yeah, so far so good. Well, this one was giving me a 28 to 31, and I guess it was about 6 inches deep. I finally pulled it out, and it's another old lead projectile. I will definitely take it. It is a pistol ball that's been fired. So very cool. That's nice. I'm glad to see a mix of lead that's fired up here. Sometimes if you find fired lead against the side of a hill, it's where they practiced when they were in camp. And but having mixed lead pistol in this, yeah, that tells me that there could have been troops on this hill and some down below that were firing at them. And hopefully there'll be more out here. But anytime you find fired lead that looks like it was fired in anger, then you have the hopes of buttons and buckles, and hopefully there were people up here wearing those things, and hopefully losing a few. Well, you probably noticed already, but I'm hunting with the M15 coil, the 15-inch. A lot of ground to cover here, so I'm really looking for ground coverage. And the signals are not on top of each other out here, so they're kind of spread out. I don't have to worry about separation so much, although there is a ton of iron in the ground, which that's a good sign. Shoot, about 100 years ago, this was mostly woods and a few fields. So with the heavy iron, I'm hoping for an older presence on this ground here. So this one was giving me a 41 to 44 signal. I dug down about 7 inches. Nothing crazy, but a pretty old piece, possibly period. But I got half a horseshoe with a hobnail still in it. So I will definitely take that, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. Well, this was giving me a really nice repeatable 39 signal. And it said it was pretty deep, and it actually was. It was about 8 inches down. And I finally got it out, and it's a good piece. It's a good sign for sure. I definitely have some camp lead here. Right patina. About the only lead I'm finding out here is Civil War, so I definitely like to see that. Looks like a little splatter. Maybe they were molding, making bullets after dinner by the campfire, so you never know. But that is definitely some nice camp lead and another good sign. And I'm happy to see that, because I went about 40 minutes with nothing but clad and pull tabs. But you have to chase them. Civil War buttons and a lot of things from that era ring up right in the pull tab range. So yeah, you don't pay too much attention to the numbers. You get a good target, you dig it. This kind of place. I think I got something pretty, well, I know I got something pretty nice in this hole. What am I talking about? It's getting like a 39-40, repeatable both ways, iron signal all the way. And I'm like, hey, that sounds pretty good. So I cut the plug, pinpointer said it was in the hole, put the digger in, gave it a pop, and it just flew out. And I'm like, oh yeah, check this out. I'll show it to you in situ. My headphones are going crazy because I got sensitivity jacked up. But can you see it right there? This is a rock, but see that? Yeah, check this out. Awesome. That is a big old iron canister shot from an artillery shell. That's awesome. It's been a little while since I dug one of these up. But boy, oh boy, can you imagine that coming at you at 100 miles an hour after that shell burst? That's crazy. But yeah, I am very, very pleased with that. So, not too shabby. I've got 4 things I can attribute to the Civil War and a couple that probably. So, I'm definitely happy with that. Very, very happy. And well, that heat finally got to me, and I just had to call it a day. But before I headed home, I decided to drive by the old plantation permission just to check on it. And I'm really glad I did, because lo and behold, the fields were all cut and the hay was all baled. I could not wait to get out there with that M15 coil. And a couple of days later, that's just what I did. And I have to say, the results were spectacular. Well, this one's giving me a nice signal, repeatable, but definitely was going to be iron. And I dug down, and there's like a complete brick down there. That's always an interesting sign. But on top of that brick over here was a really nice foot to an old cooking pot. Really nice. Looks like it must have broken off, but it's finished down on the bottom here. So, very cool. Oh man, I'll tell you, I am glad I came out here once I cut this field again. I've been finding a ton of iron. A few of it I would call pretty interesting relics. This one was giving me such a mixed signal. I could tell there was iron in it, but I could tell that there was a conductive signal, but I didn't hear much of a conductive signal. And so I kept digging down, and I'm pulling, there's like all kinds of brick in this ground here. I'm pretty sure they must have had a structure right where I'm at. And although no one knows about that one here, so got me. But I did find a couple really cool nails that I definitely had to show you. Look at these, hand forged square nails. This one is wicked. I love that. But I went to check the hole again, and I got not too much. It's just a little squeaker. And I took my pinpointer, and it said it was over here on this side of the hole. And I gave it a pop, and I guess it was lying completely on edge. But check this out. Look at this. Oh, it looks like a big copper. Wow. I thought the one I found last time, that 1844, was just a fluke. So I didn't find a single other one in that field. And this one, I don't know, that big nail was real close to it, and I think it was on edge. And I was just, you know, I'm digging the iron and repeatable targets and tones that just sound good to me. So I have not touched it. That's how it popped out, and I about freaked out. So cool. So let's get it. Oh gosh. Oh man, I can see 1 cent from here. It's beautiful. Look at that. Holy cow, is this one nice. I hope the other side's just as nice. My gosh. What do I have? Oh, looks like a braided, what's that, braided hair? See if I can get a clear date off this. Oh, heck yeah. I certainly should be able to. Wow, you see that? How cool is that? I can see Liberty. Wow. Boy, this makes me feel good. Oh my. This is awesome. Just awesome. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to work this one hand. Oh my gosh, look at that. 1828. Absolutely incredible. Look at the full Liberty on it. Wow. Woohoo! That's awesome. Hey, we do not find these very often here in Tennessee. Oh my, this is my second one from this location. I'm just absolutely thrilled. Wow, 1828. I think that's pretty clear right there. I'll get you in on it here, hopefully you can see it. Oh man. So cool, so cool. Wow, that's older than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, that's the oldest coin at this place. Actually, it dates right around the time that this place, the mansion was built. About 1830. And this thing looks like it was lost when it was brand spanking new. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, and the field coppers here come out so nice. Because they never sprayed chemicals or anything on here, on these fields. So, what a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Well, I guess I rambled on and on this one, but wow, that is my second oldest large cent to date. All my years. My oldest one's 1822. So, but this one is beautiful. Should clean up really nice. Well, this one was giving me like a 39 to 41 BDI on my screen, and the signature was up in the iron range. So I knew I had big iron, but it was real sharp, real nice crisp signal. I dig them every single time. And yeah, so I dug down, said it was still in the hole, and I gave it a pump, and check that out. I believe that's part to an old horse bit. And yeah, could very well be from the Civil War or pretty much any time period, because I'm sure they had horses working in the fields and the hay and all that stuff. So, but you never know. It could have been Civil War related as well. But I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And looks like it broke in half. But neat old piece, and definitely a nice recovery. This one was giving me a nice sharp 64 signal. I knew it was completely an iron target, absolutely. And I dug down about 6 inches and I got it out, and that's pretty cool. That's part to an old padlock. Very nice. No telling how old it was, but it's definitely early 1900s into the 1800s probably. I'd say most likely. But very nice. I will definitely take that. And another nice little relic. I'll tell you what, I am just working this one small area right now. A lot of brick. Look at the brick I'm pulling out. And this was a mixed signal. Had iron and conductive targets on both lines on my screen of my Manticore. And I kept digging. I was pulling out small bits of metal and iron nails, and then I saw this sticking out of the hole, and I thought, okay, another nail. Well, I've already pulled this out and looked at it, but I wanted to stick it back in so you can see what I was looking at when I saw it. And I pulled it out, and check this out. That is pretty darn cool. Look at this thing. It's some kind of a tool. It almost has a little twist on it down here. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's gun related or not. It's certainly old. Huh. Yeah, this little twist here is interesting on the end. But is that not cool? That is old. Metal handle here. Kind of, wow. That's really cool. Yeah, I've never dug one of those up, so I'm definitely pretty excited about that. I don't know, something about it just trips my trigger. Very cool piece. I'm going to check this hole again. And yeah, I'm just hunting like a 20, I'd say a 20 yard square here. Not even that, 10 to 15 yards. And going low and slow. There's tons of iron. I'm running it in the fast program. I've got the recovery speed up to like, I think 7. I'm really working in between the iron. Plus I'm getting great depth and great, very conductive conditions with the wet soil now too. So it is just a recipe for success today, I guess. I'm definitely happy so far. Well, this one was giving me a 21-22 signal. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice out here. And it said there was iron in the hole too, but when I got down there, there was a huge brick underground, and it said the target was underneath the brick. So I pried the brick out and check it out. I checked the hole for it, and I'm like, well, it's out. Then I saw it. It had been stuck to the bottom corner of the brick and fell out right there. I don't know, it's brass, maybe a buckle. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Very, very thin stamped brass. Pretty cool. Not sure exactly what that was used on, but it's definitely old and a pretty cool little find. Well, I might have something interesting in this hole. It was giving me I'd say it was all over the place. It had iron, but it had a conductive line too. and it was nice and repeatable. I dug down and I got a big old square nail. I pulled that out, and then in the hole I saw something striped. And check out this piece of china, or what is it, pottery? Very thin though, but look at that. It's a beige, white, with black stripes. Very cool. Very old. So I thought, well, I don't think that one nail was my target. I swung the 15-inch coil over the hole, got nothing. And then I went ahead and just ran it over the plug, and bang, bang. It's giving me like a 63, 64 signal. Oh, I'm getting kind of excited. So I started taking a little bit away at a time, about 7-inch down. 7-inch mark on this plug. I got something. I don't know. It's circular. So we're going to find out together. Oh, it's a button, I think. Oh, could it be? I'm hoping for an eagle button. Looks like it's missing the shank, or it's pushed over. Yeah, it's pushed over. I think I might have an eagle coat button. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, oh my God. Oh, whoa. Get the heck out of here. I'm gonna bring the camera in on this one. This is a killer button. Look at this. Can you see it? It's tough for me to tell. It's a letter button, and it's a D Dragoon button. Holy cow. I've got a Dragoon, but it's a cuff. And whoa, this is a coat button. Eagle Dragoon button. That's crazy. Holy cow. Oh man. Yeah, I tell you what, a freshly cut field. I've been on this field, not very much though. It was so hard I could hardly dig out here. But now we've had some good rainstorms, and the ground is soft and much more receptive to detecting. Man, I tell you what, that is so loud and proud with that D. I'm hoping it's coming through. Let me try. Look at that. That is crazy good. Oh, such a rare button. I just can't believe it. Wow. Well, that coil's doing awesome. That's all I got to say. I've been out with it. This is the 4th time. It's been killing it. And let me tell you something else about this coil too, which I'm really surprised, is I'm getting no arm fatigue. And that is really, some people are going to be saying, yeah, sure. But honestly, I've been swinging this, I don't know, I guess I have about 20, 25 hours on it. And I swung it for 6 hours one day, and I didn't even feel it. It's just so perfectly balanced. I don't know. It's probably the Manticore, and they really worked on balancing this. It's really nice. I haven't gotten tired of swinging it. My arm hasn't been hurting at all. I couldn't say that for the Equinox with the 15. I would start to feel it after a couple hours, but not this one. And boy, oh boy. Gosh, I mean, it's one thing to get an eagle button. That's a whole nother story to get a Dragoon eagle button. I am so thrilled. So thrilled. Well, that one really turned out to be a fantastic hunt. And as a matter of fact, while you're watching this episode, I am right back out in those fields hunting with that M15 coil. Now, don't go anywhere just yet, because I love to end each and every Finding America episode with an old photograph finale. And that's coming up in just a few seconds. And also at the very end of this episode, you'll see a link in the upper left-hand corner of your screen that'll take you to another fantastic Finding America episode. And this episode I called Detection Perfection. Well, I hope you enjoy watching that one, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this one. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure. And I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.